Brian Hodson here, Airforce Velocity Stacks, Don Galloway, Cycle Works, right? Motorsports Hall of Fame, this guy, right? Been racing his whole life. And he actually sells Hondas and KTMs, and thank God you do that. Otherwise, I'd be out of business, huh?
Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about the stack here and how we got to where we are today. And I'm going to be as truthful as I can here. So what happened when I built the stacks for the 450 KTMs, everybody's phoning me, we need a stack for Honda instantly, right? So I rush around and try to build these stacks and take it to the dyno, and they don't work. And I'm like, man, this is tough because...
You think it'd be applicable from one motor to the other, but it's not.
No, you can't put a Yamaha stack on it. You can't put a KTM stack on it. The stack is designed for that motor only, right? And we tried actually yesterday. We put it on the dyno with all these wonderful stacks. The Honda stack works for the Honda. That was the best stack. I'm always testing because they always change the motors, right?
Well, yeah, and I was curious how you were going to get into this narrow subframe. So you've come up with a fix for that. Eh?
Yeah, so what we did is that, so in the 2017s, the frame's wider here, so the cage just fits right in there. So all we did is we just pinched this part right here, right? That's just one of those what is that? The Velcro, just self-attaching Velcro. And it squeezes the cage and it gives you the clearance there and under the seat. And then so everybody's asking, well, what do you do with this stuff?
Then it doesn't wear into the outerwear, it doesn't wear holes in it. So that,
yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So then what we did is we just took the cover off of the air box, and we just used this. I used zip ties and this Velcro, and I just put it all right there. It's covered from this side, right, with the existing cover. Then you're going to put your plate on there, and it works great.
Yeah, that's simple without fabricating anything, really.
Yeah.
You know, so
that's a simple way of doing it. And if you wanted to fabricate something to hold that, if the bike was here longer, we'd probably build a nice carbon fiber plate for it or something,
yeah,
right?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
But it's not.
Checker plate.
Yeah. So anyways, so when I got my first stack out there, Dirty Curdy, he's a northern BC rider. You know, I wasn't too sure about exactly the results and the information he was going to get back to me. So he went out there and he's like, holy man, this thing is unbelievable. I can't believe it, right? And I got all this pressure off my heart because I wasn't very impressed at the time when I did the dyno runs. I was just like, man, this thing can't work that good. Like, these guys are going to think this stack is no good, right? So then the next guy calls me. He's like, man, it's unbelievable. You got to put it on map too. He's like, the bike is black and white. He says, it's a whole new bike. So then this is the truth. It just goes on and on and on. So I don't know. I don't have a Honda. I don't ride it up there. I'm not a Honda guy, right?
This was able to produce power where they were riding the bikes, the speeds that they were riding the bikes.
Yeah, they were telling me that it's unbelievable.
Before the bike was tuned for the wrong application, really.
Right. So they were running on map 2. And that's what they were telling me. We actually dynoed this bike yesterday on map 3 with that on, and it worked really, really good. So a guy has to find, that's an altitude change, right? And a weather change.
Oh, okay.
The timing curves are different, but what it did down here at 2,200 feet and the barometer is about 2745, it made 4.5 horsepower, which is incredible, and right at about 7,500 where you ride.
And lots of torque.
Lots of torque, or 3 foot-pounds more torque also. So that's the story. That's how you mount it. That's what we do with the cage. We also put a crankcase breather filter on it. That hose was running into the existing air box on the stock box, but we find that these breather filters work really well. You can buy them from us or C3 Power Sports, and that's that. Thank you for watching.